Is Subaru slowly being absorbed by Toyota? Are they becoming their bigger brother over time? You got to remember Toyota owns about 20% of Subaru. And with the latest news coming out, they might be kind of like a Toyota Light. Let's get into it. We're at automotive news. Subaru accelerates U.S. electric plans. This is breaking. Well, it's been since August 2nd, but I'm just now getting to it because this news came out, I think, when I was in Salt Lake City. Previously, they had no plans or concrete plans of making EVs locally in the United States. The United States is the largest market for Subaru, so keep that in mind. And with local production, an 8-model EV lineup. Holy cow. I mean, how many Subarus are currently in the lineup? We have the Ascent, BRZ, Crosstrek, Forester, Impreza, Legacy, Outback, Solterra, WRX. But one of the 9 is already an EV, the Solterra. So essentially, are you going to have an electric variant of every single model currently in their lineup? I don't think so. I think there'll be some new variations in there, but back to the article, Subaru is looking to build EVs in the United States starting in 2027 and to sell 400,000 battery-powered cars in the USA by a volume amounting to nearly half of its current US sales. Well, Subaru's been on a downward trend since the pandemic. I think this year they're going to blow past maybe what they were in 2022, for example. But they should be selling around 700,000 vehicles per year in the United States. So they're saying 4/7, over half, is going to be fully battery electric by 2028, just like less than 5 years from now. And by 2030, 600,000 units they're expecting to be fully battery electric, which is exactly half of what they're expecting to sell total volume. So in 2030, they're expecting 50% to be battery electric, 50% to be internal combustion. That's more aggressive than Toyota. If you look at Toyota, I think they're looking at about a third, maybe a little bit more than a third of their total volume to be battery electric by 2030. Subaru admits a sizable number of Subaru owners currently own Teslas. I think that's the biggest reason why they don't want to lose their piece of the pie as well. Now, to qualify for the EV tax credit, Subaru needs to start building their vehicles in North America. The only place they build them in North America that I'm aware is the Indiana plant. The rest of them come over from Japan. Subaru has plans to continue to build EVs with Toyota. How much so is going to be a question mark, but what are they doing on their own? Well, they're saying in-house EV production starts in Japan starting in 2025 with a line capacity for about 200,000 vehicles per year. But that's for global situation. How many of those will be actually coming to the United States is hard to say. Then Subaru will add another dedicated line to EV production in Japan around 2027 with an additional capacity of 200,000 units. Subaru's president Osaki said U.S. production of EVs would begin in 2027 or 2028. They're pretty much at square one when it comes to EV plans in America because it says Subaru's still considering a production site. They could build it at their Indiana plant, but they're also looking at other options, including partnerships. And just recently, we know Subaru is teaming up with Panasonic to procure their batteries. Now, those are going to be EVs coming from Japan that have Panasonic batteries. Could they team up with Panasonic here in the United States as well? Well, Panasonic has a new battery plant coming on in DeSoto, Kansas. They need at least 2 more battery plants in the United States to meet their goals by the end of the decade. So by the end of 2028, we'll have 8 fully electric Subarus, and that's just for the United States market. All we know what these vehicles are is that their president Osaki suggested the new offerings might include more diverse body types. There's also rumors going around right now about a fully electric WRX called the STE. Remember back a couple years ago, Subaru unveiled their concept with Yamaha, using Yamaha's electric motors. How amazing if Subaru starts using Yamaha's electric motors for an STE and the other vehicles within their lineup. I think that'd be pretty exciting and really set them apart because Toyota's doing all their electric motors in-house, comprising of Aishin and Denso, their 2 biggest suppliers. But how cool for Yamaha and Subaru to team up, both being owned in some ways by Toyota, but just a different imagination of an electric car. Now, we know Toyota's building the 3-row crossover, the BZ5X, or whatever they decide to call it, in Kentucky by 2025. There'll also be a Lexus version of it. The TZ 450 and maybe 550e models, and Toyota and Subaru, This report's been coming out for a while now. Just before this EV update from Subaru, Subaru 3-row electric SUV to be built in the US by Toyota at that Kentucky plant. Got to remember, the Solterra is already made by Toyota at the Motomachi plant in Japan. And there's also reports that maybe they could build the Solterra in the Kentucky plant too, because my sources are saying that the BZ4X will be moved, at least some production be moved to that Kentucky plant as well. So you're going to have 3-row crossovers being built there in the flavor of Subaru, Toyota, and Lexus. And then you're going to have the Solterra and BZ4X probably built there. And that's just 2 of the 8 battery electric vehicles that Subaru is interested in building. And Osaki said, as a matter of course, we have been collaborating with Toyota on BEVs for a long time, so we will make sure to use that know-how in producing BEVs. We have yet to consider whether the 2 companies will jointly manufacture BEVs in the United States. So it's not official news that Toyota and Subaru are going to be building EVs at the Kentucky plant together, mainly Toyota building them for Subaru. The sources seem pretty credible, and it only makes sense really for Subaru to at least get their foot in the door with those EVs out of North America, jointly made by Toyota, so they can qualify for the EV tax credit as soon as possible. Just like Toyota, Osaki said part of the simple manufacturing measures with EVs, gigacasting is one possibility that they need to incorporate, and they're of course studying other methods as well. But they're looking for a 50% reduction in product development and lead time. Now that's the same exact product and lead time Toyota is expecting with their next generation battery electric vehicles as well. And they're hoping the shorter of development times lead to less money being spent on producing, or should I say developing, these EVs so they can get them to the market as soon as possible and start making money on them. Subaru also plans a next generation hybrid vehicle setup around 2025. I think it was about a year ago Subaru was pulling the plug on plug-in hybrid development, so they'll just have ICE, hybrid, and fully electric. So I'm really excited to see and hear more about this next gen hybrid vehicle setup. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a next generation Toyota hybrid vehicle technology as well I should have kept reading, because in the next paragraph it said those upcoming hybrids will use Toyota's hybrid system and be made at Subaru's Gunma complex. And the site manufacturers of Forester, Crosstrek, WRX, BRZ, Legacy, Outback, and Impreza, giving an idea of what nameplates might be in line for electrification. Look, with their current lineup, the only thing I really want, not battery electric vehicles. I mean, those will come, and that's just a totally different category. But what could really make their current vehicles better is just equipping them with a very potent and efficient hybrid system. The CVT is not my favorite thing in Subaru vehicles, and they'd be using a planetary gear complex similar to what Toyota uses in their hybrid vehicles. It is extremely reliable, it's already proven, and a next generation would really set them over the top for making their vehicles just that much better. I really like the ride quality of Subarus and the handling characteristics. I think for the price, there's nothing that comes close for the sort of ride quality and luxury in terms of that experience that it gives you. But I want more from their powertrains, and their CVT is their Achilles heel. You could say that about Nissan as well, but Nissan CVTs have a worse reputation. They're probably not quite as reliable as Subaru CVTs, but it's just that when I drove, the Forester recently with the smaller engine output, it was the slowest car I think I've ever tested 0 to 60 on my channel. And that's almost like a safety concern. So can't wait for their vehicles to get next generation hybrid technology, better power, better response, better efficiency. So with Subaru teaming up with Toyota in the United States to build their electric vehicles here, more than likely, it's not confirmed yet by either company, but the writing seems to be on the wall. And with Subaru looking to employ Toyota's hybrid technology by 2025, is Subaru essentially becoming a Toyota subset brand? Like Lexus is a subset of Toyota. I think it's going to get that way more and more in the future as these companies look to reduce costs, look to reduce development costs as well, and development times. And what better way to do that by joint venturing or jointly developing vehicles and technologies together splitting resources along the way. Does that mean we'll see a similar situation with Mazda? I think we already are, because Mazda's hybrids, starting with the CX-50 hybrid and the next generation CX-5 hybrid, those will be using Toyota hybrid technology as well. So it's only a matter of time before a lot of the companies in Japan that already have ownership from Toyota will become more like Toyota. I mean, Toyota's powertrains are, I'm not going to say they're perfect, but they're really, really good, especially their hybrids. And you don't need to reinvent the wheel if you're these smaller Japanese companies. Just adopt that technology from bigger brother, reduce your cost, and your cars are going to be more reliable, more desirable as a result as well. But I'm going to shut down there. I'll see you guys in the comments. Talk about Subaru and their future. I can't believe really how battery electric that they want to be. It's much more aggressive than we see even from Mazda and even Toyota in terms of volume, or not volume, but should I say percentages of their total volume. So I'll see you guys down below. If you made it this far in the video, smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribed for more Subaru updates along the way. Thank you. Have a great day and peace.